morning, dear Talk News subscribers and friends and visitors. Do you know what Tesla Giga Berlin really also means for Germany? Among other things that we have reported in the past, Tesla Giga Berlin is the Bavarianization of Brandenburg. This means a lot because Bavaria is where the Germany's auto industry is kind of concentrated, located. Now, Giga Berlin is bringing things back to the Berlin area, to Brandenburg area. It's the Bavarianization of Brandenburg, reports Zeit in a German agency. So why Tesla wants to be so fast with Giga Berlin is quickly explained. The lead that Elon Musk has in the electric car industry is worth gold, says Dietmar Harhoff. He is the director of the Max Planck Institute for Innovation and Competition in Munich. The earlier Musk enters the European market with made in Germany electric cars, the greater his share of it will be in the end. And of course, it's a provocation when an American entrepreneur settles down in the country of the car manufacturer. 2 weeks ago, Tesla also withdrew an application for government funding, if you remember, for a battery factory, for its 4680 battery factory, whereby the billions in grants were almost guaranteed. The company does not comment on the background. Maybe you didn't want to adhere to requirements, but Tesla, Elon Musk actually said that they had different rules which Tesla didn't want to play. Tesla is pretty good at this, says Zeit, and quite a few people in the area feel deceived or at least taken by surprise by this force. You can already see that in the mayor of Grünheide, Arne Christiani. If you talk to him, he can hardly hide his joy at Tesla's settlement at Giga Berlin. He describes Giga Berlin as winning the lottery, and yet he is constantly forced to appease. Grünheide doesn't want to and cannot become a second Wolfsburg, he says again and again, reports Zeit. Change, yes, but only in moderation. That is what he promises the citizens. A Saturday in early October, thousands of people are on their way to the Tesla plant. It's open house. Those who have received a ticket can visit the inside of the Giga Berlin factory and ride the Ferris wheel. A fair at the car manufacturer. This was several weeks ago. If you remember, we reported on it. On a wall, Zeit says in one of the factory's halls, visitors can immortalize themselves with a colored pencil slogans like, there are no problems, there are only challenges, there are no problems, only challenges, or best wishes to Tesla from Claudia and Andres, and things like that. With the open house a couple of weeks ago, Tesla not only wanted to attract funds, but also reassure local residents. Convince them that you are a good company, that Tesla is a good company. Take away the uncertainty, as it is said. Helge Bille says he is not insecure. You are just sad and stunned is how he describes his emotional state. Bille is standing in front of the factory gates with his wife Marina on this Saturday, October. The two do not want to visit the factory today, but rather protest against Giga Berlin, together with around a dozen other demonstrators. We were presented with a fait accompli, says Helge Bille. The fact that Tesla would come to Brandenburg with Giga Berlin electric car factory was kept top secret for months until Elon Musk himself announced it in Berlin. In the Brandenburg Ministry of Economics, the project Giga Berlin was previously under the code name Project Anushka. It was called that because the minister once took Tesla employees on a sightseeing flight over the property to convince them on the settlement. The plane was called Anushka. The Bills live in a small settlement in Heimbrich, less than 2 kilometers from the factory as the crow flies. They bought their house almost 2 decades ago. If you look out of the window with them, you can see cows, meadows, the spree, nature. That's why we moved here out of Berlin, says Marina Bille. We wanted to have our peace and quiet. And friends, if you look in Wikipedia, some pictures of Grünheide, where Tesla has situated Giga Berlin factory, you can see how idyllic, beautiful place that place is with the lake and so on. Peaceful, nice place. Biele fears that this is over now. The traffic, the influx, the new buildings, the government only has Tesla in mind, she says. But now the local people, and anyway, it's crazy that you plant a car factory in the middle of a landscape and drinking water protection area. Criticism that one is already used in Potsdam. The man who brought Tesla in Grünheide is sitting there in his office and picks up a small wooden car that is on the desk. It was given to him some time ago as a gift. Mr. Tesla is written on the bonnet. Jorg Steinbach grins. Of course I'm proud, he says, Brandenburg's Minister of Economic Affairs. Thanks to the settlement, Giga Berlin, you have the chance to offer young people greater prospects. It will broadcast all over the country. The minister hopes that Brandenburg will be Bavarianized. Steinbach counters the argument of the Tesla opponents coolly. Anyone who wants peace and quiet and therefore moved to Grünheide, he says, could have expected the opposite. Because already at the beginning of the noughties, the site was designed as an industrial area. Originally, BMW was supposed to settle here. The car manufacturer then went to Leipzig. However, since then, Steinbach believes everyone should have known that a factory could be built here at any time. And worries about water scarcity, these are unfounded, says Steinbach. For the first part of the plant, which is now to be put onto operation, the water that has been tapped is sufficient. And because the factory will continue to grow, we are already looking for resources from neighboring water boards. Last week, it was finally announced that the local water association wants to ration the water supply in the future. Each house connection can now be assigned an upper limit. But before one wants to restrict private consumers, it is said that major customers will be capped, industrial companies, for example. The association currently delivers around 11 million cubic meters annually. Tesla are contractually guaranteed a maximum of 1.4 million cubics. A total of 14 million are available. The water bandage is now reacting to prevent a possible collapse. If Economics Minister Steinbach has his way, Brandenburg should change. He likes to talk about the Bavarianization of his state. His hope is that Tesla will attract other corporations like a magnet. His vision, after deindustrialization in the post-reunification period, after the departure of many young people, Brandenburg should shine again. When he retires, he would like to see his country among the 5 economically strongest federal states. Brandenburg is currently in 4th from bottom place in terms of gross domestic product per capita. Steinbach is 65 years old. He now wants that too. Progress at Tesla speed. Well, friends, let me know your thoughts. What do you think? You remember when Tesla settled in Grünheide 2 years ago, when Elon Musk announced that he's going to build a gigafactory in Berlin area, and nobody knew, but most of us didn't know about Grünheide at that time. I remember acquainted an automotive industry named Stefan, whom I interviewed for Torque News. He said, what is going to happen is that the automotive industry is going to move north. Stefan lives in Germany and is an automotive expert. He said the automotive industry is going to move north from Bavaria, and this is a big change. And this is what actually Steinbach is saying, that Tesla Giga Berlin is going to be the Bavarianization of Brandenburg. But as you can see, the citizens there don't want Tesla Grünheide to become another Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg is where the headquarters of Volkswagen is. So this is the situation right now. Now we hear that the water issue may be solved, but and for the additional water for the Tesla Giga Berlin's growth, the government will find other resources from neighborhood water associations. But this morning, as I reported yesterday, looks like there is trouble for Tesla. Water supply apparently is on the brink, and there is a non-Tesla related lawsuit, and if they win this lawsuit, Tesla's water will be cut and contract will not be honored apparently. I will report that hopefully today, and stay in touch please. Subscribe to our channel if you have not. This is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Let me know your thoughts about all of this. Try to be balanced as much as possible please, because people live in this area and they want peaceful life, but Tesla Giga Berlin will bring a lot of opportunities for the younger people, for people there, and hopefully still keep that beautiful nature of Grünheide in that area. This is Armen Harayan. God bless you everyone. Have a wonderful day, and let's move on to our next story.